All right, and we're live. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, Facebook Live, and good morning, YouTube. Good morning if you are in America. Let me get in front of the camera. And before I get in front of the camera, I appreciate guys if you tell me that the sound is working because I cannot see you guys. And I'm gonna get back over here. Probably most of you are driving. Thank you, sound. Sarah, could you tell me if the sound is working? Murtaza, thank you so much. Could you tell me if this sound is working by typing the word Colombian coffee? I appreciate if you let me know. Thank you, Carly. Could you tell me if the sound is working? I had the camera. Slavana, could you tell me if the sound is working? Thank you, thank you. I'm over here on YouTube and I want to get in front of the camera. Sarah and Murtaza, could you tell me if the sound is working? Just making sure that my devices are connected. One is not connected apparently. This one is connected. And this one is connected. So, Thomas, could you tell me if the sound is working on my, over here? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What about Thomas? Could you tell me if the sound is working? It says it's working. So I'm just gonna get back over here. It's working. So I'm gonna get in the front of the camera and good morning, everybody. And well, good morning if you are in America, if you are in South America, Canada, United States. But if you are in Europe, in Asia, probably you already started your day a long time ago. Today I just want to talk about a very, very short, specific things. New investors' mistakes when it comes to real estate. Even if you are an entrepreneur, if you're starting your own company, we all make mistakes. So today I'm just going to go ahead and talk about actually 5 mistakes by a lot of entrepreneurs and investors we make, or I probably have made these mistakes in the past, and I just want to go all over them. If you are driving right now, if you're going to work, I appreciate if you put the sound on, if you type the word coffee, if you give me some thumbs up, or you share this video because I'm making this specifically for you. So let me get started. At this point, I cannot see any of the comments because all my cameras are flipped and I don't have anything with me. So I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and go with mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 for real estate investors, new real estate investors, is not knowing your market. Even professionals, work in a specific, what we call farming areas here in the United States. Local market areas. You need to become acquaintance, not an acquaintance. You need to become an expert. We practice something called a CMA. A CMA stands for a comparative market analysis. And a comparative market analysis allows you to go back 6 months of history, raw data that allows you to understand market supply, sold comparables. And you, at some point, if you become a real estate investor, you must know your numbers in the top of your head. You must know at least your bottom numbers, your higher numbers, and your medium or average numbers. So that allows you to make faster and quicker decisions. Supply. If you don't know if there's too many inventories, there's many applications online. If you are in Colombia, metrocuadrado.com. If you are in anywhere in the world, you have realtor.com, you have Zillow, you have Truly, you have all these applications. Even if you're in Ukraine, because I've got people over here from Ukraine watching at this particular point, you get all these applications that allow you to get the raw information. Going back and looking for the specific property that you're looking for, number of bedrooms, square footage or square meters in size, and getting the biggest chunk of information that would allow you to make better decisions. Supply, area, and value. A lot of the times, investors, especially new investors, will not really come with the true value of a property. This is a problem because further down the road, when you're buying properties for flipping or for renting it, you need to understand these market ranges. So you actually have more power, more powerful options for negotiation if you're going to land a contract. So supply, over here in the United States, we're looking at look at the months of inventory, meaning there's this information over here in Houston, Texas, that allows you to understand if the market consumption rate is 1 to 3 months of supply. That means that we are in a seller's market. If you have 6, 8, 2 years worth of inventories, and if you open your application and you see a lot of green flags, meaning too many properties on the market. Most likely you don't want to be in a market that is oversupplied, or if you do, you really have to have a deal. Mistake number 2, underestimate repairs. This is one of the biggest mistakes that we all do. We go in, we calculate, oh, there's going to be just paint, there's going to be structural repairs, we're going to do air conditioning, and we most of the times underestimate repairs. If you do not have the ability, or if you don't have a contractor that can come to your properties and do you or give you an estimate, you're going to be on a potential contingency situation where you are going to be maybe facing running out of cash reserves, or not having enough supply of liquidity to continue working on your project. So underestimated repairs, everything, even in life, costs more and takes longer. My the rule of thumb is about 30 to 40% on everything I do, even in a personal level. If you're trying to date somebody, you think you're going to take her tomorrow on a date, it's going to probably happen within the next 2 weeks. So over here, my rule of thumb is applying to at least 30% on top of the cost, so I don't run out of money on my potential flip. Then we have contractors. We had a class over here yesterday, the week of work in Wired International, and we talked about the importance of building your team. Most of the times, new investors want to become the contractor. Oh, I can repair this, oh, I can do that. If you start doing all the repairs, you are not going to be able to manage and become an investor. You will just become another contractor. Just because you have ideas of how to do things, that doesn't make you a contractor. Number 2, when you're working with contractors, be specific as much as you can. Go in, have contracts in place. Even if you're doing a small remodel, which is only paint and carpet on your property and residential, or if you're doing a commercial deal is a little bit more, more sophisticated, because they will require you to have a contract. A lot of the times when people go and do or try to do a little bit of a repair on a house, they just go and say, oh, yeah, you're going to do this repair. You do not get specifics on the specific jobs and trades. You're not going to have estimated time of completion, and do not hire by the hour, because you don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know if the person is completely an expert that can finish the job very quickly, or it's going to take him triple the time. So make sure you have a contract, even a piece of paper that both of you sign, that you can go back, and the way you want to pay them out, probably want to give him 1/3 of the job at the beginning. Then upon completion, you give him the second third, and then once you have checked everything, that everything is completely checked out afterwards, you pay them off. Because once you pay your contractors, they're out of the game. It's another topic, how to incentivize and how to motivate your contractors so they finish your job first, and they don't go and take another one. Then we have number 4, wrong contracts. No, in number 4, and wrong contracts. A lot of the times, people take this as a very light way to do business, and they become cheap. They don't want to pay a real estate attorney to draft them a contract, or if they don't want to hire a realtor if you are in the United States. Contracts are very important because it's called liability, it's called power of negotiation, it's called power of delivery, due diligence. So if you have weak contract, then you don't have or will not have power to negotiate if anything changes throughout the deal, if you're buying the property, or if you already have somebody who's going to buy from you. So do not cheap out on the contracts. Hire your local realtor, your real estate broker, or contact your real estate attorney. Then we have, you have to become acquainted, very knowledgeable about your local laws. It doesn't matter what country you work in, it applies everywhere. So I'm just speaking a little bit of more examples here in the United States, especially in Houston. Now, no legal entity. Big mistake. Number 5, not having a legal entity. A lot of people treat real estate investing like the stock market, or like Bitcoin, or like, well, excuse my fellow Bitcoin pros that are already incorporated out there, but this is a business, and it should be treated as an enterprise. And most people just go there very in a leisure way, and they start doing business on their names. And what is happening, you have, when you start a economic activity, you have tax impacts, and you also have legal and liability impacts. Now, just because you're doing business on your own, not always an LLC is the best option for you. Maybe an S corporation will work better for you. So consult your local accountant and your local attorney to get the most information out of that, because you don't want to pay a lot of taxes on it, and really you want to be protected. If anything goes sour, you want to protect your personal liability. This is a business, my friends. If you're becoming an investor, become incorporated if you want to take it to the next level. So this is why mistake bonus is not having a marketing plan and not having a business plan in place. Oh, I'm going to flip a home because I've heard it makes a lot of money. And then you go into it, you got wrong, you don't know the market, you don't know your numbers, you don't understand market supply, you have the wrong contract, you write the wrong people, and then you are going to be in a nightmare sooner or later, and then you're going to tell your friends, oh my God, real estate is not for me because it's horrible and you're going to lose money. So today, if you're driving home, if you're driving to work, if you're already in Europe or South Asia, if you're already 7 hours ahead, if you're about to finish your day, do me a favor. If you believe that this video has any kind of value for you, to your friends, if you know a real estate investor or a friend that is becoming an investor, do me a favor. Share this video with them. I am over here about to get my day started. I haven't had my coffee. It is 7:30 in the morning in Houston, Texas. And my fellow friends, I just wanted to take 5 to 10 minutes from your time. Do me a favor, like it, comment, share it, and I appreciate all your engagement, because this is the only way that I can bring more value to you guys. So this is it for today. I wish you an amazing, productive, and very, very profitable week ahead. Guys, have an amazing Monday. I'm out of here.